Hey guys, it's Cameron Shearer. I've been a coach for the last 5 years, helped dozens of men transform their physique. I've been doing so for the last 10 years and I've got a sports science degree. So, today we are going to talk about morning routine. Now I know that's boring as shit and you've heard that so many times before. However, I want to speak about the importance of habit stacking and how you can genuinely change your life one habit at a time. Now, I just said I've been trying to change my life for a better direction since I was about 16 or 17. I'm now turning 25 next month. I have been in a position where I was incredibly anxious, depressed, struggling to get out of bed in the morning, extremely volatile with my emotions, reactive to what is going on around me in the world, just in a negative place. And the habits that I'm going to speak about in this video are what got me out of that hole and got me to where I am now. Now, this didn't happen overnight. I do genuinely believe that you need to stack habits one at a time. The philosophy I live by and I coach by is 1% better every single day. All you have to do is beat you from yesterday. Don't compare yourself to anyone else, just beat you from yesterday. Now, actually getting into morning routines and why I think they matter the most for setting up habits. We all have the tendency to say, I will start next week. Or, today's been a write-off, I'll try again tomorrow. Or, I'll go next month, next year. There's always something next. I'll always start then. However, if you can simply conquer the morning, you have a higher likelihood of conquering the rest of your day because you've built momentum. And say that you mess up that day. You conquer the morning, you follow this routine I'm about to say, you start implementing one habit at a time, and later on in the day it goes to shit. Well, 1% better every day. All you've got to do is improve on what you did yesterday. It's not a full restart. You just have to improve on what you did yesterday. So, my current morning routine starts off with waking up early to an alarm. There are times in my life where I did genuinely struggle to get out of bed before 10 or 11. Like, really couldn't do it. And one of the first things I did was just start cutting back those hours. Start making my wake up time slightly earlier so that I then had more time for me in the morning. That's incredibly important. I believe that you should spend the first part of your day working on you, getting your head in the right place to attack whatever you've got to do that day. Instead of what the majority of people do is they wake up with an alarm because they've got to go to work, they scroll on their phone for a bit, they then rush to get organised, they leave the house with just enough time to get to work on time, traffic might be heavy, you get stressed, you get anxious, and you end up in a mood before your days even start. So just allow yourself that wee bit more time in the morning so that you can focus on you. Also, benefit of that is if you get up earlier, you have to go to bed earlier, which means you prioritise your sleep a wee bit more and you stop staying up so late doing really crap. Because I believe nothing good happens after 10 p.m. Whether it's a weekday or a weekend, nothing good happens after 10 p.m. It's when you are most likely to start shopping on your phone, buying crap you don't need, start snacking, start watching a program that you don't need to watch, start doing stuff you shouldn't be doing, right? So trying to go to bed that wee bit earlier definitely does help, and that will just genuinely make you feel better. Sleep is so important for mood and how you overall feel and motivation and energy. So first thing is wake up slightly earlier. Now, I always lay my clothes out the night before. Technically not part of the morning routine, but I always just go and do my 3 S's in the bathroom, shower, shit and shave. Super simple, get dressed. That's it. Like, there's the mandatory, you have to do that anyway. I try not to bang around the house in crappy clothes. Try not to like stay in pajamas and stuff like that. I want to look presentable as early as possible. I want to look good. I want to feel good. That is really important. If you look in the mirror and you're like, damn, that's a nice fit, then you're going to be a wee bit more positive, right? So that is kind of part of the routine, but not really. Then I go immediately into the kitchen and I pound water with electrolytes and I take all my supplements. I really try and do this because at any other time of the day I'll forget. If I'm doing it before bed, I'll forget. I just want to get it done, over with. I want to hydrate as soon as possible and I want to have water before I have coffee. Generally, it will just make you feel better. Like, that is it. You take your supplements, you'll feel better. If you drink a good amount of water, so I drink a full one of these, which I believe is like just under a litre, just tan it. And don't usually have water. It's always diluting juice and electrolytes. Why? Because it's tasty. Like, that is the simple thing. Like, I enjoy this. Is literally what I'm drinking right now. I enjoy this more than I enjoy plain water, so why not start my day with that? Sweet. So, from there, there's two things that I tend to do. And this is focusing on me. Focusing on giving yourself time for you to think, to process, to get in the right mood. Either I immediately go a walk, get some fresh air, see some sunlight. The just overall benefits from that are incredibly positive. It doesn't even need to be a long walk. Literally 10 minutes can change your entire day. Getting out, getting moving, getting the blood pumping. Usually what then tends to happen is you create a wee bit of an appetite and you can come back in and eat an actual real meal, something good, something healthy. Now, because I wake up quite early at 5, sometimes I don't do that because the sun's not up yet, or it's raining, or whatever, and that's when I come in here and I journal. Every single day, I make sure this pad and pen gets pages filled. As guys, we are terrible at planning, we are terrible at remembering, and we're also terrible at speaking to other people about how we feel. One of the biggest changes in my life that has got me over the most anxious periods is simply writing down my thoughts. Being able to take my thoughts, process them slightly, and put it into pages, and then actually understand why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling, or understand the thoughts that I'm feeling. Now, the way that I journal every single day is I start off with I am statements. So I start off every day with I am strong, I am lean, I am the most aesthetic version of myself, I am clear, I am calm, I'm calm in my thoughts, I am unshaken by distractions, I'm disciplined in my food, in my training, in my sleeping, I am a leader who inspires other men. I can continue going on, but essentially, I'm reconfirming to me who I am and who I want to be. Because some days, I'm not calm. But if I tell myself to remain calm at the very start of the day, then I'm going to be pretty chill. If I get distracted, which happens, we all get distracted, I write that down at the very start of the day so that I make sure that I do what I need to do and not get distracted by other crap. So, although this is I am statements about my current being, it's also I am statements about who I want to be, who I want to show up as that day. From there, I then write down my goals, my personal life goals. What is it I want to achieve from life, and what are many goals? So I want to help as many men as possible live a positive life through their body and mind, giving them vision and removing doubt. And then I've got many goals from there about a certain income, about certain holidays, about attaining certain things. That just makes sure that I act in a way aligned with those goals. And then from there, I'll have a wee bit of a scribble with whatever is on my mind. And then I actually plan out my day. So I write down my intentions. Don't know if you can see that. Write down my intentions for the day, like what I've actually got to do that day. And then time block, 5 a.m. until 7 p.m. I write down exactly what I'm going to be doing, where I'm at. Just having a rough plan, not incredibly detailed, it could be more detailed, but I find that if you go too anal and detailed with it, you give yourself far too much to do, and then you feel that you've not achieved anything by the end of the day. So I try not to do that. I try to limit it to 3 big things that need to be done, but give myself times of when I'm eating, when I'm going to the gym, when I'm stopping work, when I'm actually doing my work blocks, things like that. That genuinely changed my life. Just having a plan. Because there's so many times where we get to the end of a day and we think, Christ, that was a busy day. That was graft. That was work. But then you ask yourself, what did I actually do that day? What did I achieve? And you've maybe achieved nothing. You've maybe achieved nothing towards your actual goals. So simply writing it down definitely helps. Then, if I've journaled first, I'll go a walk. If it's terrible weather outside, I'll go a walk on the treadmill. At the gym, because I don't want to get wet. Wee bit of a pussy in that sense. The rain hardens the soul, but sometimes I can't really be bothered. So, that's it. Like, that is simply my morning routine to set me up for success. I need time to be able to do this. I need to make sure that it gets done so that I feel good that day. There's a couple of other things I do, like I fast until about 10:30, 11. But that's really just because I'm cutting right now and I want to give myself a smaller window of food. But really the importance of this video is one habit at a time. Waking up earlier is a challenge. Set that as your goal for tomorrow and conquer that. Once you conquer that, then you might be able to move on to something else. If you feel that you're not getting enough fresh air, well, you might then want to prioritise going to walk in the morning. Whatever it may be, conquer one thing at a time, don't overdo it. It's where most guys make the mistake. They push too hard. It's exactly why I've built my Built Not Born blueprint. It's my program that I run my clients through, and it's progressive. It's not killer. It doesn't take up your entire day. I don't overwhelm people, because when you overwhelm someone, when you give them too much to do, they can only stay consistent for so long. And the worst thing that can possibly happen is you push too hard to an extreme, you don't like it, and you completely give up or you completely stop. That shouldn't be the case. It really shouldn't be the case. I have always found steady momentum is better than pushing an extreme, pushing hard, too hard, pushing for fast results. Because, let's be honest, whether it's me or someone that's just starting out, I don't really like pushing extremes. I want steady results. I want to know that I'm making progress consistently without killing myself. Same for you guys. If it's something as small as your routine, you should be working on it every day, because truthfully, you've got the time, you've got the rest of your life, and if you spend every single day making 1% improvements, you can get a hell of a long way. So, peace out. I hope this video helped in some way. I hope you can take some inspiration and start applying some good positive habits into your life. Stack one thing at a time. If you want help with that, message me down below on Instagram or on WhatsApp, or if you want to apply for coaching, to go through the Built Not Born program, that's also down below. But peace out, have a phenomenal day or night, whatever time it is, and thank you again.